I guess we have some catching up to do. I don't even know where to start. The question, do we want to have a third baby, or are we just happy to have two? It brought up this huge topic, which my husband and I spent hours talking about over the course of many months. Yeah, we have our room back and we have our nights back. Like we get to sleep through the night pretty much every night, and we can go off and like just do what we want, or like then I could actually start thinking more about career stuff or pursuing art, or even just making more often better videos for YouTube, and kind of feel like I have my life back in a sense, and not just feel like I'm in a baby bubble the entire time. And so that thought just sounded extremely appealing to us, and for me it was the huge question as well of, do I literally have it in me to go through an entire other pregnancy, which I've always really struggled with pregnancy and birth, postpartum time, and last time I got postpartum depression, and it was just a really difficult time for all of us. Is it even fair to the kids that I do have to have another baby? We really loved the idea of just calling it cuts and saying, okay, we're done, this is great, we love our kids, we love our little family, but we just could not shake the feeling that somebody's missing. And I think for me especially, I just had kind of this fear or this feeling that I'll go throughout the rest of my life wondering, who would that last baby have been? What kind of person would they be? And what would our lives have been like if we had just taken the time and the effort to add one more person? And so we decided to start trying. Nothing was happening. We kind of said, we're gonna give it a year, and if within a year I don't get pregnant, then we're done. Like, we're totally done. And then we were starting to get really close to this trip to the States, and I was like, hey, I do not want to be in my first trimester when we're traveling, because I always feel like when I'm in my first trimester. Let's take a break from trying and kind of reevaluate afterwards, and probably after our trip we'll start trying again. In my mind I was like, okay, so then after our trip it will be like end of August, and like it could easily take another 6 months for me to get pregnant, because it's always taken that long with like both of our other kids also. I just don't get pregnant very easily somehow. Okay, and then that would be over a year. So you know what, maybe we won't have another baby. And I think I'm actually really okay with that. I don't see myself as somebody who gets pregnant very easily. We weren't being extremely careful. My period didn't come. It was kind of weird, and I'm like PMSing so bad. My period is just not coming. Oh my gosh, it should totally come. And I read like travel can throw off your period and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, that's, that's the thing. So I waited like several more days, and then I was like, I was just feeling weird. Like, I was getting like hot flashes. I started to feel a tiny bit nauseous. I was having like some cramps, but like they just weren't the same as menstrual cramps. And so I was like, you know what? I just need to test. Like, it's so unlikely that I would be pregnant, but I just need to test. And so, because you're supposed to take it in the morning with like the first pee of the morning. And so I knew in my mind like I was gonna take it the next morning, and so then I woke up at like 3 in the morning and I really needed to pee, and I was like, oh no. So I got up and I like really needed to pee, and I was like googling, is it okay to like take a pregnancy test at 3 a.m, like will it be accurate, blah blah blah, and I couldn't really find anything. And then I was like, who cares? So it's like 3 a.m, and then I peed on a stick, and shocked. And I'm so happy. I did not expect that. Oh my god. I'm gonna have another baby. I'm gonna have another baby. That was such a huge shock, but a really beautiful surprise also, because I just hate the trying to conceive phase that I've had with both of my kids, or all of my kids so far. Like I hate the thing of like the next couple of weeks you're like looking for all the little symptoms, and then you convince yourself that you are pregnant, and then you're not, and your period comes, and then you're like crying. Oh, it's like, it's a mind game. And I've always been jealous of people who get like surprise pregnancies. Imagine like, oh, they just made love with each other, and then it was just a product of their love, and it wasn't like ovulation test, so let's go have sex now because we're supposed to do this. That kind of thing. It's like, I just don't like that. And so it felt like a really beautiful gift to have a surprise pregnancy. And I feel so privileged, honestly, because I've been on the other side as well. And with that said, it definitely came with other emotions too. Like I really needed to process through, because as I mentioned, I was really kind of slowly letting go of having another baby. Then it was like, oh, whoa, this is happening. Do I even want to be pregnant? I did start feeling really sick during the rest of our trip, but it also was great because like my husband was around, he wasn't needing to go to work, and my parents were around, and so a lot of people were there to like take care of the kids. The trip home was horrible. I threw up like 3 times. Anyways, I'm feeling really happy to be pregnant now, finally, and just excited to see who this baby is, and excited to savor and document this last pregnancy as good as I can. So if you want to follow along, hit subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Did a second test to confirm it this morning. No doubt about it. Baby number 3 is on the way. You're funny, man.